Steph Curry, I did all of this for you. At his retirement ceremony, Andre Iguodala's heartfelt confession to Curry.
But Steph Curry he might be the greatest human being after that guy. Steph, none of this happens without you. And I will continue to reiterate this until the day I die. I think you know who you are, but I also don't think you know who you are.
Before he even finished speaking, Curry in the audience was already tearing up. Because if it hadn't been for Iguodala's stand-up move back then, he might have had his career badly compromised. The story goes back to the 2013 playoffs. Seeing the Warriors about to pull off the upset, the then Nuggets head coach, George Karl, when planning strategy, actually gave Iguodala and his players a strict order. No matter what tactics you use, you must take Curry out of the game for me. But Iguodala, the core player for the Nuggets, not only didn't follow it, but also repeatedly warned Curry on the court to watch out for dirty plays. Although Iguodala ultimately lost the series, he stayed true to his own conscience. However, George Karl was having none of it. He cried foul and played the victim, and publicly accused Iguodala. This guy is a mole for the Warriors, always looking at a map of Silicon Valley in the locker room. This comment became the trigger for Iguodala's departure. The Golden State Warriors seized the opportunity and signed Iguodala. And the 2 years they spent as teammates after that strengthened the bond between Curry and Iguodala from mutual admiration to gradually becoming the closest friends. When he won the regular season MVP in 2015, Curry made sure to tell Iguodala, "I'm very grateful for you, both as a player and as a person. I really admire your character." And when reporters asked Iguodala what his favorite Warriors moment was, he unhesitatingly chose Curry's unanimous MVP. In the 2015 finals, when the Warriors were down 1-2, Iguodala was called upon in a tough spot and put into the starting lineup. After that, he was like a shadow, locking down LeBron James, ultimately helping the Warriors win 3 straight games and secure the championship. It was just that. When the official announcement gave the FMVP to Iguodala, the crowd erupted in boos. The audience felt it was unfair for Curry, who averaged 26 points in the finals. Yet Curry didn't show any disappointment, but instead stood up for Iguodala against the wave of criticism. Because in his eyes, Iguodala was not only LeBron's best defender, but also his skill and character were completely deserving of the award. The two brothers supported each other in Golden State for 6 years and won 3 championships. But sadly, Iguodala was traded to the Heat before he could witness Curry lift the FMVP trophy. He was traded to the Heat when the 2020 to 2021 season ended. Iguodala, at 37 years old, originally planned to retire. But Curry spoke openly in an interview. "I miss my big brother," hearing his good friend's call. Iguodala was swayed, even though that year he had already made $400 million from investments and no longer needed to play for money. But to maximize Curry's prime, he still chose to return to the Warriors on a veteran minimum contract. This led to a scene etched in the minds of countless Warriors fans. In the 2022 Game 6, the moment Golden State clinched the title, Iguodala sprinted across the court just like 7 years prior and handed the game ball to Curry. This time, Iguodala not only witnessed his good friend hoist the FMVP trophy, but also penned a moving chapter that began with a championship and remained loyal to the championship. But at the ESPN awards ceremony, Curry half-jokingly said to Iguodala, "Stay with me for 1 more year," though he was already 38. But for his brother, Iguodala still chose to remain. Although Iguodala wasn't able to be the Warriors' lucky charm this time, his friendship with Curry marked a most perfect conclusion. Iguodala often said, "I'm Steph's bodyguard. I won't let anyone bother him." And in Curry's heart, Iguodala was just as important. Let's turn the clock back to 2019. When Curry was shooting his documentary, a reporter asked him a question. If you had to take one teammate to an isolated island for a week, who would you choose? Everyone thought Curry would say Clay or Draymond Green, but the name he blurted out was Andre Iguodala.